Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Taurus is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards. Use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here is a Four of Pentacles, very stable, very safe and secure. This is a good foundation. And I feel like this could be maybe indicating that there's something going on with the home, with your domestic situation, with health, with finances. We're going to see what's going on here. But this is a very stable place, right? This is something that is, it feels like we are protected there. Okay? So let's see what's going on here. Got a 7. Seven of Cups here. I wonder if some of you are are worried about flood damage. Maybe you're in one of these areas that are just getting an awful lot of water there. For some of you, maybe that is what's going on. Maybe there was some sort of damage to the home, to the foundation of the home. But with these earth energies, and especially the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like this is all going to be taken care of, right? This is going to be restored, whatever might be going on there. Let's continue with some of these cards. We have a Six of Swords, more earth energy, a Queen of Pentacles, a Knight of Wands, and a Two of Swords. Okay. All right. Well, what we I'm feeling we got this earth energy, and then we've got this water that's kind of pushing us forward, right? And with the Seven of Cups, it's not always a bad card. Every card has light and shadow, right? Sometimes the Seven of Cups is a good card because it's showing us what we really don't want. Yeah. It's showing us kind of what something is. And I don't know if there was a point maybe where we thought something was kind of the bee's knees, right? We thought something was beautiful, crystal clear drinking water, right? Beautiful water. We're realizing that it's kind of not. Yeah. So I feel like we might be avoiding a disaster here by realizing that, hey, this isn't what I thought it was, right? And so we can make our choices based on this accurate picture. Maybe this is what we've been hoping for. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you're buying a house, right? It seems perfect. It seems like this will fulfill all of your desires, dreams come true. But then we go, I don't know, we get the house inspected or something, right? And we see a lot of things that we don't like. And in this case, it's so much better to know this beforehand than after the fact. It's much easier to do something about this now than later on you're already moved in or whatever, you know. And then it's kind of, it's not too late, but it's kind of more inconvenient to wait, right? So I feel as if this is a really good thing because it's showing us now what we'd rather know now than later. And we're not going to like it, but we'd rather know about it, right? So I feel like this is really a way for us to avoid getting kind of lost in this energy. We're lost in this Queen of Cups, and we feel like this is the best thing that's ever happened to us. It is absolutely perfect. It feels good because this is a situation that's really kind of hitting on all of our desires, right? And I think that for whatever reason, we're seeing things for what they are. It's like we've taken off the rose-colored glasses. It's like after the initial excitement wears off, then we're kind of able to look at things soberly and discerningly with the Six of Swords and really see like what's going on here. Maybe it is some kind of damage to the house, to the foundation, and you're realizing that now that you know this, it's actually a good thing. It's going to save you some money. Either you can back out of the deal, Or you can get this place for a lot cheaper, right? Or you can make the seller fix the stuff or whatever it might be. So I feel like this is really a blessing in disguise. We may be seeing some things we don't like, but trust me, it's better to know now and be able to deal with it however you need to than to find out later on down the road when it's kind of too late by then, you know? I think that this is something kind of, I think it is something that related to your home, though. I'm getting this home vibe. I'm getting this vibe about money. And I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles down at the bottom, it's a big investment for you. This is like your nest egg, and you're dropping it into this thing. Well, we better know if there's something wrong with the foundation. We better know if it's got a leaky roof, right? So that we can change. We can either change our mind, pull out of the deal, say, nope, I don't want to have anything to do with this, or we can get it fixed. We can have someone fix it, or we can it can be sold cheaper, whatever it is. The idea here is that by knowing this Seven of Cups is there, we'll be better off for it, right? The Nine of Pentacles is showing the benefit coming into you about this. It may not feel like a benefit right away. It may seem like there's water damage. It may seem like some negative emotions have overtaken this thing. Well, maybe that's good, because maybe that's going to save you a lot of loss or even like sorrow or heartbreak down the line. Maybe we're talking about a relationship here. Maybe it's a relationship that we feel we just feel starstruck by it. And we feel that this is the best thing that's ever happened to us. This is it's nice, stable thing, best thing ever. When we're seeing these Seven of Cups, we're thinking, now I'm seeing the red flags. Well, we'd rather know about this now than later, okay? Because now we can do something about it before everything is too intertwined and things are too complicated and it makes it more difficult. But with the Nine of Pentacles in the future position, you are being made whole, right? You are receiving what you are owed, right? If this is, maybe you've already put a down payment, you're getting that money back. If this is a house or something, you're not going to have to pay out of pocket for this because you found it in time, right? You found it before it became really your problem. Okay, so this is a blessing in disguise. Now, let's select the mystery card before I forget about that. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We're just going to find one here. That's the one. We're going to put it down under. We got this new duck. This is a little kind of a robot duck. We need to think of a name for our little robo duck here. I don't know what we should call that duck. If you have any suggestions for the duck, leave them down in the comments. If you know what that mystery card's going to be, leave it down in the comments. All right? Try to make this channel a little bit more interactive, right? You're here, you might as well participate, right? So let's take a look around the room here. We noticed that we don't have any major arcana cards. This is telling me that Spirit is what is supporting this whole thing. This is not the wrong choice. This was not something that you're being kind of reprimanded for trying to do. But Spirit is saying, yes, you have the right intentions here, but maybe you need to look at the red flags, look at the water damage, get the house inspected or whatever before you move forward with this, right? So I feel like this is really a message from Spirit that's saying, hey, look around. Look under the sinks, look in the cabinets, look at the roof, look in the attic, the basement, whatever. And make sure that this thing is shipshape. Now, this is not guaranteeing that you're going to find the water damage or that you're going to get the inspection and you're going to find something bad. No, but this is saying kind of like you want to take off the rose-colored glasses. You don't want to be veiled or blinded by your emotions. You got to look for the problems. You got to look for the water damage. You got to kick the tires. Okay? Whether it's a relationship, a job, an investment opportunity, whether it's a house, a car, whatever it is, you got to kick the tires. Okay? And let's see what else we've got. So no major arcana, but I think the spiritual energy is the table. Spirit is supporting what you want to do, and Spirit is saying, go kick the tires first. Okay? We've got, obviously, a little bit of fire. We've got our water energy. We've got our air energy. And we've got a lot of earth energy. This is really something that is taking place in the material, physical, tangible, mechanical kind of world. Okay, so it's something to do with objects and materials and the solid things that are around us. Okay, it could be the exchange of goods. It could be the purchasing of property or a house or a car. It could be literally like, building a family with somebody or building a relationship with somebody. I don't really lean too much toward the romantic side. It could be that. We do have these other court cards here, so it seems like there are other parties involved, right? There's a Queen of Pentacles, which I think is your very wise discernment. This is you kind of talking to the seller, not revealing how just absolutely giddy you are about it. You're trying to stay professional. You're trying to stay calm and confident. Sitting here like we know what we're talking about, like I do. And asking the right questions. Not being blinded. They're both queens, right? Queen of Cups, veiled, blinded by those emotions. Queen of Pentacles is not. Is seeing in very practical ways. Yes, I love this opportunity. I'm so in love with this thing or this person or whatever, but I got to kick the tires first. So, shall we? Shall we go kick the tires? To me, that's the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Wands here. It's just as bad as the Queen of Pentacles. This is water and water. This is fire and fire. Both of them are basically doing the same thing here. Blinded by this enthusiasm, this zeal, this eagerness, blinded by the emotions, the satisfaction, just almost tears of joy on this, where we can't see through those tears, right? It's blurry vision there. So either one of these is not really the way to go. We need this calm, assertive, practical wisdom of the Queen of Pentacles right now. Okay. So, gosh, we talked about a lot of this already. The Four of Pentacles, I think, is kind of the way that you see this thing. You see this as being very good for your life. It's something that is going to be something that you can build on. So this is like a car or a home or a relationship or a job or a financial opportunity, an investment or something. This is something that is going to really open up possibilities for you. Right? If this is a house, this is the first house you've ever bought. If this is the car, this is the nicest car you've ever had. If this is like a romantic relationship or something like that, this is the only one that you've ever really felt this way about. Right? This is something big, right? And I think the universe, the spirit, is just trying to prepare you for it. Okay? And you prepare for it, one, by kicking the tires. And you're going to see some things that you don't like. Some nuts and bolts are going to fall off or something. Is that a deal breaker? I don't know. We got to talk about this air energy over here. Only you can decide that, right? If this is going to be a deal breaker. But I think you need to prepare yourself. You need to get ready, because this emotional activation is coming soon. If you're not already in this situation, you will be. So you've got to get ready for it. Make sure you're not blinded by just the joy and the happiness of the possibility here. Okay? Spirit wants you to kick the tires. Make sure that those flaws that you find, that a little bit of water damage, or maybe it's got a couple nuts and bolts loose or whatever, that it's not a deal breaker. And if it is, you can back out. If it's something that can be fixed, we fix it. If it's something that you can just live with, you live with it. But you're not going to know unless you find those. And find them now so that you can decide discerningly, rather than finding them out later after you already own the thing. And then it's just kind of like, I either have to be okay with it, or I'm going to eat that money. I'm going to eat the cost of that. Right? So better to know now than later. Let's go to the path of the serpent here. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm not asking you for money. I will never ask you for money. I will not leave comments on any of these videos asking you to send me anything or to go to a website or to contact me on any other platform other than my one email address, which is paul@doveandserpenttarot.com. That's the only way to contact me other than the comments. All right, there's a lot of scammers out these days. Don't fall for those things. All right, be sure to kick the tires first. Yeah. Okay, so we start with the Six of Swords. This is you. You kick the tires. You've got the information you need. Now you can make a decision based on your heart, right? Are these some flaws, some red flags that really don't mean much? Are these things that, it's not a big deal? The color, I'm going to paint it anyway. You know, is it something that you're willing to live with? Something that you can correct, something that they can fix, you can fix, or whatever. This is you really having that time to figure out what you want to do. You're not rushed, you're not pressured, you're not blinded by your emotions. The Queen of Pentacles is taking their time and making sure that every flaw, every red flag, every inspection that they do still harmonizes with their heart. Their heart I still feel good about this. Yep. We've got to check in with ourselves there, you know. I think this is a very good problem to have because this shows me that you are doing something big. You're making one of these big life decisions that you really should vet. You really should kick the tires. Yeah. And make sure that everything, every piece of information, every little bit of data that you receive still harmonizes. Yep, heart and mind still right on the same page. And if not, then we're over here with the Two of Pentacles and we can change something. We can walk away. We can say no. We can back out of the deal. We can get our money back. Or we can say, hey, if you fix these certain things, then I'm all in, right? And you have to have the confidence of this Queen of Pentacles. Don't be pressured. No one can peer pressure or sales pressure, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, because they can it almost seems like they're kind of stoic, you know. They're not. They care deeply about this, and they're bursting with joy and excitement, but they've got it contained. They've got it masked in the right way, where it's just that salesperson can be able to read you, you know. And this is that tactic where the salesman's too pushy, or the salesperson, they're not willing to fix something that's wrong with the car or whatever. This is that person, you know, that kind of that trope of the person just walking away from the dealership. Sorry, then, I'm not buying anything today. I'll go spend my money elsewhere. And you start to walk out and they run after you and they say, no, I'll fix it. That's this person. That's that tactic, okay? And maybe this is a car for you. I don't know. Maybe it's something else. Maybe you're, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's a vacation or something. Maybe buying a plane, you know. Maybe you're looking at somewhere to go to school, you know. Schools seem to be like that too, where they really want your money. They really want you to become a student. But you got to go take a tour. Kick the tires, right? Kick the tires. I feel like this is something that's going to be long-term for you. So you're buying into something. It's going to be here for a while. A house, a car, some kind of investment, some kind of a relationship or something, or family thing. Whatever it is, got to kick the tires. All right. Now, we talked about the Knight of Wands as well. And this is really like whoever is in this situation with you. I feel like there's some sort of salesperson or something. The other party involved, they're going to want to really play off your feelings. They're going to play off your emotions. Aren't you so happy that you have this opportunity? Isn't this what you've always dreamed of? And they're going to play off your excitement too. They're going to start getting really hyper and really, oh my gosh, I almost want to just take this deal for myself and not give it to you. They're going to play off your excitement too. And that's kind of a Knight of Wands. And that's really what we don't want. We don't want to get carried away with things before kicking the tires, because this is that enthusiasm where the horse just takes off without us. Yeah. And we're left we either fall off the horse or we just have no control over where this horse is going. We don't know where we're going to end up. Probably going to crash into something, right? So we've got to make sure we hold on to the reins, and we're not trying to gallop here. We're trying to trot, right? Go a little slow. We're moseying here. We're taking our time, and we're making sure every step of the way that this resonates with us, that this harmonizes with our heart mind. Yeah. So I think this is really, this is a really, really big thing for you. I'm getting an M name attached to you, and I don't know if that's a person's name or if that's has something to do with what you're buying, where you're going, who you're doing it with, or something regarding this situation. But there's an M there somewhere. Yeah. I don't know if it's maybe it's an ancestor or a spirit guide or something. I kind of feel like you have that relative. Maybe that's an M name. Maybe it's an older female energy, maybe mom or grandma. I feel like they were very hard to read. They were kind of this Queen of Pentacles too. Use that person as your example, right? I feel like it's kind of, they're that energy that they're going to go into a business meeting and they would drink black coffee, right? The black coffee to me is kind of like a no-nonsense kind of symbol. It's kind of like, you better take me seriously. I'm drinking black coffee here. Really what they want is all the sugar and cream and all the whipped cream and stuff. But that's too playful, right? If you're in a business meeting and somebody offers you coffee and you want all this cream and sugar and stuff, no, you black coffee, right? We're serious here. It's just kind of a symbol. I feel like that older female was kind of that person for you. Started with an M, maybe M for mom. I feel like it's a name. Yeah, I feel like they're pretty much they pretty much represent the Queen of Pentacles energy for you. Yeah. Anyway, Two of Swords at the end. This is your decision-making process, and it's hard to just use the intellect, right? And that's not what we're recommending with the Six of Swords, because the intellect, the mind, will kick the tires, find this list full of things that need to get fixed, and we'll just say, yeah, well, maybe I'm okay with that. Maybe because if the heart really wants this, the mind will find ways. The mind thinks it's doing a good job, right? Don't blame the mind. It's what it does. It's trying to be nice. The heart wants something. The mind's going to find ways to make it happen. Well, I know the heart really wants this house, but there's all these damages and things that are just in disrepair, and it's, whatever. The mind's going to try to just say, oh, it's okay with that. It doesn't rain that much here anyway. It doesn't matter that the roof is kind of leaky. We can fix it in a few years. The mind will try to convince us what it thinks we want, right? How to kind of approve of what we want. So we have to be careful with that intellectual energy. What the Two of Swords is talking about is kind of bypassing that, listening to it, but saying, okay, thanks, I hear you. And then trying to invoke that higher perception, that intuition. Yeah. That's kind of, and that's what happens when we get past this. We feel the resonance inside, and that feeling, it's not so much an intellectual exercise. The intellect is part of it, but this is a kind of a higher feeling, a higher mind, a higher wisdom. Yeah. Because the Two of Swords really does show that depending on other factors, your mind can convince you of anything. Your mind can convince you that 2 + 2 is 4 or 5 or both. So it really isn't much of a help in this kind of a situation. What we need is that intuitive. We got to do the math. You got to run the numbers, kick the tires, think it over, talk to your people. But you have to really just kind of close your eyes and feel it. Does it feel right? Does it still feel, like the best move? Even after the intellect does all the work to try to get you the best deal. You got to negotiate. Well, what if you take some interest off? What if you fix the tires or whatever, and then I'll buy it? You got to try to negotiate for the very best deal. But then once that is as good as it will get, then you got to kind of close your eyes and ask yourself, is this okay? Does this feel right? The numbers are whatever. This is the best deal I'm going to get. How does it feel? What does your intuition, what does spirit tell you? Okay. And that's kind of that's the end deciding factor there, except maybe the mystery card. Let's look at that now. I'm not sure how I feel about this robot duck. The eyes on this thing. The eyes on that thing kind of, I don't know, creeps me out a little bit. For the mystery card, if you have a prediction for this, put it down in the comments. All right, you can do that now, if you haven't yet. And hit that like button too while you're there, okay? I don't want to predict anything. I think it's going to be a major arcana card, but what is it going to be and what is it going to mean? You know, I don't want to be an influence on this. So we're just going to reveal it and then we'll go from there. The Chariot. Well, the Chariot kind of says, buy the car, right? You can see yourself in that thing, in that car, in that house, in that relationship. This seems pretty solid to me. It's kind of a card that says, go forward with your plans. Yeah, go forward with your plans. And maybe it literally is a car. I mean, we got this Chariot card here, you know. And I think the biggest kind of thing with this card is, can you see yourself in that thing? Can you visualize, invoke all your senses? Can you imagine yourself in that house, that relationship, that future, that car, whatever it is? Yeah. Can you imagine yourself there? What does it feel like? Does it feel like a good place to be? Do you feel happy in there? That's what we got to ask ourselves with that Two of Swords. This is a pretty good omen, and it's a very good confirmation card. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link up in the corner here, or there is one down in the video description. New readings for Taurus every Monday and Friday. I am here every single day. Come on back. Watch tomorrow's readings too. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.